Power on. Select your players.
Pierre, Sarah, Glenn.
Select your topic.
Games.
Select your format.
Entertaining podcast.
They're called the Button Boys. So make some fucking noise. 'Cause they're gonna talk about video gaming and stuff.
Button Boys.
Welcome to Button Boys. I'm Glenn Moore.
I'm Sarah Keyworth.
I'm still being.
Oh, yeah, sorry.
Yeah. No, that's
Yeah,
good.
how
I
did
was
we
sort of
only Freaky Friday?
Yeah.
I was hoping that you would try and lip sync along to what I was doing. But I didn't communicate that with you in any way.
No, and for anyone listening on Spotify or Apple Music or anything like that, they'd have gone, that sounded just like Sarah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
But you don't understand is that we would have been doing a whole thing.
It would have gone for the
That
whole
serves
episode.
you right for listening on your commute.
Is that?
Yeah, watch it on YouTube or at your local cinema.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're on at Curzon at the moment. We're sponsored by Curzon.
It's limited screenings.
Yeah.
It's like when they screen a play at the cinema.
Mm.
Who's doing that?
Yeah.
Like, who's going to watch a National Theatre production at the cinema? I'm going to see Mission Impossible. That's what I'm seeing.
I've been to see a play at the cinema.
Have you?
I'm sorry.
Yeah. I
Why?
have.
Why?
You can get up.
Ah, that's a
Yeah, you can lob stuff and not get thrown out.
You can go boo.
Yeah.
Boo.
Phoebe Waller shit.
Yeah. You do have a massive asshole. Yeah. Regardless
For
of the
anyone
play.
who hasn't seen even the pilot. it's
Regardless of the play.
point. That's a great heckle.
Yeah.
All purpose.
Wherever I am. Disney on Ice.
Speaking of arseholes, what have you been splaying?
We've been playing. That's horrible. That's horrible. That. I've had a week on Dark Souls.
Great.
I've had 7 horrible days on Dark Souls. I didn't want to. But if anybody doesn't know, on our Patreon we play through a portion of Dark Souls each week, and then we talk about how we found it.
It's a book club.
It's a book club, but it's not a book. It's a game. That's the podcast. I have had the worst time. And I really got to this portion of Dark Souls and I saw it as a job. I was not enjoying myself, but I was like, I need, for the podcast, to get through this bit. And I've been stuck. I ran out of humanity.
Yeah.
Entirely
Oh,
out of
no.
humanity.
Yeah.
So I'm if you don't know what that means, there's in order to summon people to help you in this game,
Real
you have
life
to
individuals.
be human in the game, because you're not human if you die. You have to get humanity, you have to restore your own humanity. And then you can get people to help you.
Yeah.
So I could not get past the bit I was stuck on without humanity. So I don't know if this is lazy. I couldn't be bothered to go back to the rats. Because the rats, if you kill loads of rats, you can get humanity. Yes. So I was killing the painting guardians one by one to build up my humanity. And every time I became human, somebody would invade my world and kill me.
Yes, because the benefit of humanity is that like nice real world people can come and help you out, but at the same time, horrible real world people, incels, can come and they are incels.
Oh, they are.
They can come and they can kill you, and it's so bitter and it's spiteful.
So-
it's spiteful.
A couple of days ago, I turn the PlayStation on, I sit down, I've got a couple of humanities. I think, here we fucking, it's time.
It's on.
I become human, somebody invades, immediately kills me, chases me down, kills me. I think, okay, that's fine. I knew that was going to happen. I become human again. The same person, Dark Spirit, the wall.
Same person.
Like the game
Same
show.
person.
Bring on the wall.
Yeah. And had that vibe. Bring on, yeah. And it's horrible when you're invaded because the world goes quiet.
It goes quiet. Your bonfire goes out, so you can't save anymore. And
You can't quit the game.
What?
You can't quit. If you go to quit, you can't leave.
And you go to turn the TV off, and even the remote's like, no.
Yeah.
This is over to you, buddy. This is
And people force your eyes open like Clockwork Orange.
Yeah.
It's horrible.
Watch your character drop all their loot. Screaming.
It's the lingerers. It's the people who don't just kill you and move on. They wait for you to rejoin the game, and they go, "I'll invade you again. We can do this all day, buddy. I can do this all day."
Hanging out in Anne Orlando, presumably just ruining people's lives.
Yeah.
So I think this time, no, I won't be killed. I shall hide.
So you didn't let them the last and only time I've been invaded, I hid for a bit.
Yeah.
But then when they found me, I just let them murder me.
So
So you said no more.
You like dropped your sword. You started singing Silent Night, walking towards them, and you tried to have a Christmas truce. But you were letting us know in WhatsApp messages this insane war of attrition.
I had the worst time. So I was at the bonfire. I was at the bonfire when it happened. So I've just done it. I've just become human.
Yeah.
And I thought, I'm just going to hang out here and see. I hid behind a wall and I thought, I'll see if he's coming and then I'll sort of get a stab in and
Yeah.
I'll see what happens.
Because you don't show up on a radar or anything like that. They
No.
have to find you.
They have to find me. It's a big area. I wait. He doesn't come. So I think, okay, all right, I'll have to go and I'll go and see where he is.
Yeah, maybe he's made a coffee.
Yeah.
And he's
Yeah.
left it idle.
And I'd love a coffee. I'd love a coffee. I've been here a while. So I go out and I find him in that big hall area where there's and I can look down on him and then suddenly he starts running towards me. So I run and then I found a great hiding place which was behind a massive blacksmith.
So you hid behind an NPC.
I hid behind an
Yeah.
NPC.
It's a giant NPC.
You can't get fully behind him, but I thought I think I blend in enough here that this is going to be. So I get in. I get it. I'm aware of the fact that if I make one wrong move and I attack the blacksmith, that's a bad situation. So I like put my controller down and just waited, and I could see this guy like run by me. I saw him run because they're like they're glowing red,
They're
Yeah.
glowing red. Also, this guy's like a level 1,000,000, right?
level 1,000,000, and
Yeah.
he's got a big wheel. He's got a big wheel thing
Right.
that I presume is a weapon.
Yeah.
Or a shield. I don't know what it was, but it
Or
was
just for transit.
maybe he's steamboat cock. Steamboat cock. But he's got a big sort of ship's wheel, and then nothing happens for a while. And I think maybe he's just searching for me. But then I get bored, so I go and have a look to see where he is, and he has sort of set up camp near the bonfire that I was just at,
Yeah.
and he's waiting.
Like a siege.
Yeah. And I can see
And he's
him.
now in your house.
I'm on the big bridge and I can see that, but I was trying to fire arrows at him, but I couldn't get the angle. He'd obviously specifically planned it so that he couldn't get. I could.
He knows the area.
He knows
like
the
back of his
area.
hand,
Yeah, he's a fucking freak. And
And it is a he because it's an incel.
oh,
as we've
this
established.
this is a 12-year-old boy. At one point, I thought to myself, this is a sleepover of 4 12-year-old boys having the time of their life.
Yeah.
Yes, because anyone else would have a job. They'd have something they have to do.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because so I walk down thinking, the moment he sees me, he'll start chasing me. So I get closer and closer. He doesn't chase me. I get so close to him to the point that we're just stood facing each other.
So you're like, he's idle. He's gone.
Yeah, we're all looking at each other. He's looking at me, I'm looking at him. And I didn't even know you could do this in the game. He starts beckoning.
Yeah, you can
He
gesture to
starts
people.
beckoning me towards him, going, come on.
It's how you're meant
Come
to
on.
communicate with your goody NPC. Like
Oh.
the nice people you summon. It's so that they can point and go, treasure's over there, come over here, shake their head, wave.
Yeah.
I always like to wave after I've summoned someone in for a battle and you wave at each other and you go bye and then they disappear into a cloud of dust like
Oh, that sounds
Patrick
sweet, Glenn.
Swayze
This
at
is
the
not
end
what's
of
happening
Ghost.
with me. It's fucking horrible. So he's beckoning me.
Yeah.
And I don't know. So then we're doing this thing where he's sort of chasing me a little bit and I'm running all the way back to my hiding place because I'm thinking that'll be fun. I'm hoping that he'll just get bored eventually.
This is not how Miyazaki, the creator, ever anticipated this game was going to be played.
Yeah.
Like, at all. Combat-free chasing.
Yeah. Big
Yeah,
chasing.
tag.
At one point, because there's this big staircase thing that's like that rotates, so it's round. At one point, we're doing that thing where somebody's chasing you round a round thing, so you're going one way and then you're going the other.
This is proper Looney Tunes.
Yeah, it's
Or
fully.
like Scooby-Doo.
Yeah. And I don't want to. I'm terrified. My hands were sweating. I'm so. And this went on for 75 minutes.
That's nearly the length of Along Came Polly that Stiller and Jennifer. Like you had a war of attrition that you Along Came Polly.
I was bullied.
Along Came Bully.
Yeah.
And at this point, I've just hit a point where I've gone. I've been here for 40 minutes. I'm not giving up.
But the thing is, even when he's like beckoning and it's chasing and stuff, it's
Yeah.
not even farcical and fun because it's still a level 1,000,000 murderer.
And all I want to do, I wish that I could have just spoken to them and said, I'm doing this for work. I just need to get this done. I don't want to be here.
Also, it's not funny and charming when you can kill me.
Yeah.
Like when, like if in the horror movies, Jason was like at a window with like a mask and a knife, and then he went oh, doo-doo-doo, like played his knife like a flute. It's like, no, I'm still
You are
frightened.
going to kill me. Yeah.
This person was dropping like the screenshots you were sending us. I was dropping like items, like a little.
I don't know what they
trail.
were. They weren't. I couldn't pick them up.
Yeah, if you just you can drop your items if you don't need them anymore.
Oh.
and they just leave a little glowing
They're
pile on the front. So
glowing.
he was using that as a fucking Hansel and Gretel for you.
So it looked like he was just throwing Christmas lights around.
It looked like he was shitting meth.
Yeah. And I wanted that. I would have had the meth.
Yeah.
Just to take the edge off.
You couldn't pick it up.
Couldn't pick it up.
That's extra level of taunting.
So I thought it was going to explode or something when I first went near it. It didn't explode. It was just there.
He threw bombs at you for a bit, I remember.
He did start throwing bombs when I started hitting him with arrows. He started throwing bombs, and then I think I did eventually piss him off because right near the end I'd run out of health because he kept every time he hit me once, I'd lose like half a health bar.
Yeah.
So I knew how this was. I knew I wasn't going to get out of it alive.
Why did you persevere?
I think for the story.
For the story, you did it for the content.
I think
for the
I
good
wanted
of the pot.
to know whether I could get out of it.
Yeah,
Even though I knew in my heart I wouldn't. At one point, I briefly considered killing myself.
in
In the game?
In the game.
right,
Yeah, yeah.
yeah.
In the game, I considered for a second getting in his eye line and throwing myself off the side.
Just to be like,
I won't-
look what
I-
you've made me do.
I won't let you kill me.
Yeah.
I would
Only I get to. If you want me, you're going to go through me.
Yeah, I would rather kill myself than let you kill me.
You were going to Blade Runner him.
Yeah.
I've seen things you people wouldn't believe.
You're going to Roy Batty him. Yeah.
Yeah,
okay.
just fall, just arms.
I think I would have done that had what happened not happened. So then eventually it hits a point where,
I can't believe it's 75.
oh my God, it was really going on.
long.
And I've just moved in. My partner and I have just moved in with two friends. So I've got like a sort of audience as well. Like
Yeah.
people.
They want to watch Strictly.
And it's impossible for you to explain.
I was explaining it. They're finding it hysterical. Mostly that I'm in that situation at all. That I'm shouting, "Leave me alone!" to a stranger on the internet, and also I'd committed to making a meal for everyone that night. So everyone's getting hungry. And eventually I went back to my blacksmith hiding place and went into the kitchen and got the aubergines I was about to prepare.
Right.
Sat down with them with a chopping board and a knife and started preparing the meal I was going to make in the hiding place, keeping an eye on it, controller in front of me. And then sadly he did find me. And he
Compare
killed me.
that to the fucking American sleepover that's being had at the
Yeah.
other end of the connection. That's so insane that you're making like a moussaka.
Yeah, they're like squealing and then I'm quietly preparing aubergines.
Cutting aubergine.
It's such a good example of why you can't afford to do a 75-minute fuck around.
No,
It's such a grown-up thing.
I know
And not just preparing
I've
a
got
meal.
mouths to feed.
Not just any food, vegetables.
Absolutely.
Something that guy is not eating.
Big old vegetables. To me, it's an aubergine. To that guy, it's a penis. Yeah. He would not conceive of cutting an aubergine up.
No.
Yeah.
I mean, that's incredible. I'm really sorry it happened, but I just cannot believe you're the fact that you just kept going with
But
it.
the roller coaster of emotions I went through, I've had a terrible year context-wise. Some of you know I had bereavement. I was having such a bad day. I was like, I need to get this thing done. I sit down. This guy kills me. I'm miserable about it. I'm getting so pissed off to the point where I thought about texting you guys and going, I can't complete this game because I'm stuck on Anno Londo because people won't stop killing.
Because you're getting bullied, yeah.
And then by the end of it, by the point where I'm chopping my aubergines, I'm stood by the blacksmith and I'm watching this guy run past me several times out the corner of my screen. I was hysterically laughing. I was having
Because you'd gone insane.
Yeah, because I was having a wonderful time. I was like, I can't believe I'm getting away with this. And then he killed me.
I wonder how he found you in the end, because it's very hard to see you behind the blacksmith.
I think he must have just exhausted every other option.
Every other
Right,
possible
yeah.
I
place.
recorded it on the PlayStation so that we will get some lovely footage.
We'll
of
get
him
some footage of
running
what exactly
by
what
me.
on earth was going on.
Yeah, yeah.
We'll stick
It's
some,
amazing.
Stick some clips up.
So that's the reason I haven't played a single other thing.
Yeah, because
I
you
spent
spent
75 minutes being chased.
Feature-length chase
Yeah.
sequence.
Very Bugs Bunny.
Very Bugs Bunny.
What have you been playing, Pierre?
I got angry and got sick of blueprints.
Oh, you gave up?
I haven't given up.
No, sounds like giving up.
I haven't given up.
Sounds like the puzzle's got the better of you.
There's a couple of things that. Here's the problem. There's a difference between if you go up to like a locked secret door and there's a code pad, right? Then you go, well, I don't know what the code is, but I obviously know how to open the door. How to open the door is putting the right code in.
Yes, Pierre.
So that's fine. That's a puzzle where you can see your input.
Yes, yeah.
I'm at the point in the game where there's a problem, there's a thing that needs to be somewhere and it's not there, and there's no input.
Because of RNGesus.
No, there's no pad, there's no lever, there's no pump.
There's no separate room that's opening it.
I see no link
So
between
you're just
this.
in a box with nothing.
I'm not like trapped, but it's a bit like, as opposed to, I'm trying to think of a metaphor that doesn't have spoilers in it. As opposed to there being like, oh, there's an aeroplane on the tarmac and I can't figure out how to get in to fly it away.
Yeah.
There's no aeroplane. There's just empty tarmac.
Right,
and you
okay.
kind of know the next stage of the game is to fly away. And you go, well, it's not a fucking plane.
So you think the game's asking you to invent something?
No, I know I'm wrong.
Yeah.
But I don't know how I'm wrong.
So at what point did you give up on it? And what have you moved on to?
Well, that point really, where I just went, well, I can deal with not knowing something, but I can't deal with not knowing what I don't know.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
Ooh,
I like that. That's a really good
that was a
sentence.
great sentence.
That's a really good sentence.
I'm at the point where I don't know what I don't know.
Yeah, you've got known unknowns.
And there's no... I'm Rumsfelding Blueprint. I'm completely at sea, where I'm just going like, I can see the problem, but I don't know what the solution could possibly be, and I've been to every fucking room 1,000 times.
Yeah, any therapist would tell you to walk away from that.
Well, this is
yeah,
it.
it's a toxic house.
Yeah.
It's a toxic...
There's nothing you can do there.
Exactly. So until... You know in movies or like... The fucking Cumberbatch version of Sherlock Holmes. There's a bit where
Well, that was said with some disdain.
yeah, but it's because it's all very Derren Brown noughties, isn't it? With the Mind Palace and things flashing up on the screen,
Absolutely.
that kind of thing.
I fucking loved it.
I've got a
But occasionally you'd almost sort of like, it'd be like, how did you solve that? And occasionally you'd sort of almost give a wink to the TV screen and go, magic. I mean, no.
Yeah.
or I took what I don't say is opium.
Yeah.
But basically, Sherlock Holmes would take drugs and lie on his couch until he thought of something. So until that happens to me with Blueprints, I don't see how I can go back to it because I don't know what I'm doing.
Okay.
So then I thought, well, I'll just go back to my old favourite Hell Let Loose. But I'm afraid, Glenn, that there's been some sort of Game Pass or promotion.
Yes.
And every weekend, not every weekend, but every weekend that this happens, what they do is they go, free to play.
Yeah.
And then it's essentially, it's what it must be like to be a really dedicated gym goer on January the 1st.
I know what you mean, yeah. When
don't know how to use the equipment.
I get so pissed off in January at my gym, and it's full of people, and it's so annoying because by the time they've stopped going in March, so have I.
They've sort of infected you. You've gone. You're right.
Yes. I'm an
saved me.
experienced January gym goer.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
They've demeaned you.
Right, so it's full of just absolute fair weather.
It's full of like people who are like level 2.
And you're this grizzled old like general who's been through so much shit. You're the guy. You're at the end of All Quiet at the Western Front. You've just got this soot-covered face, and these fresh face, sort of like, yeah, bitter as is fantastic.
But imagine that where they go, yeah, it's fantastic, and then they get the rifle and go, ha,
Yeah.
and then I go, no, and they go, oh, sorry, and then they pointed at me. They go, no,
none of this.
and like just dropping grenades and looking and like blowing up the entire team.
Oh, man.
And you're just going, I fucking...
Once, when I was like 19, a friend of mine had a New Year's Eve party, but their younger sister was like 14, 15, and had been allowed to invite all of her friends, and their parents went out. And so it turned into everyone of my age group just fighting fires for the entire party.
It's one of those like fucking MySpace parties
We
from back in the day.
all
Was
just
happening.
had a kid that was throwing up as like a buddy system, and it was like, oh, I'm going to take mine outside for a bit. That's what that sounds like.
Tamagotchis.
Yeah, I'm going to take mine for a bit of air.
Crying, shitting.
Just pull back your Tamagotchi's hair
One's
as it vomits.
Passing out. Yeah, that's what that made me think of that when you're describing that.
That is exactly what it's like. And people walking in front of moving vehicles, like genuinely.
Yeah.
And the reason that matters is that, like, I think in a lot of games, you don't notice when new people join and can't do it because you play as an individual. It doesn't matter. You're on your own. Call of Duty, it's all very like narcissistic, self-focused play. Whereas this is such a cripplingly teamwork dependent game that it is just like you're halfway up Everest and there's like just the guy who's supposed to be leading you up the thing is just not moving. So you go, well, I'm going to die here now because you're AFK. You're not playing.
It Takes Two was hard enough, and this is It Takes 50.
It Takes 50. It Takes 50 versus Nazi. It Takes 50.
Yeah.
So, like, if the guy driving, like, there'll be a guy with no microphone, so it's got that sinister aspect where it's like a silent player.
Yeah.
And you're going, hey, don't...
Noir in The Boys.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you'll have really carefully set up a firing position with a tank that you've driven there, and then someone will join your squad and walk up to your tank and just get in, and you'll be there like, as long as we don't move, we're gonna. And then you just hear the engine starting. You just go, no. You're going on the microphone like, don't move it. Don't move the vehicle. Don't move the vehicle. And you just hear, this guy just drives into the open.
Somehow they accidentally end up throwing loads of chains and a skeleton down a well in Moria. And you go, how have you... Well done, there's a cave troll now in Hell Let Loose for the first time. For the first time ever.
Yeah, so blueprints stressed me out to the point where I was thinking things like, well, I don't know what I don't know to not know what to do next.
Yeah,
so I went,
that was less good than the sentence you said earlier.
That's making me stressed out. So I'll go play
do the old one again.
Yeah, like the classic.
Can you say the old sentence again?
I don't know what I don't know.
Yeah.
Is that it?
Yeah.
It was along those lines.
I've already forgotten.
No, yeah.
And then I thought, well, I'll relax with some heavy teamwork-based... No. So it sometimes you get to the point where you just go, okay,
Might be a time to try a third game.
Well,
yeah.
you now have Xbox Game Pass on your PC.
Well,
so next week it's going to go crazy.
Well, I wanted to try. You recommended it to me.
I Am Your Beast.
I Am Your
Dream
Beast.
Daddy.
Dream Daddy, of course, is on the
Gotta
list.
try Dream Daddy.
I Am Your Beast. You really sold it to me.
Yeah.
Went on Game Pass, got it all set up. It took ages. It took days. Producer Ben had to help me negotiate some fucking thing with Argos.
What?
It was a whole thing. I finally figured it out. Went on there. Can't do it without an Xbox controller.
Oh, shit. Okay, I'm sorry.
I've ordered one. It's on its way today.
Great, okay.
Amazing.
But it does feel like
Blueprints.
plugging an Xbox controller into a PC to play a game.
Yeah.
To me, is like eating ice cream with a knife and fork.
Yes.
Of course,
crazy.
Of course it works, but it doesn't feel right.
It's right. Yeah, feels like against nature.
I feel this way when I have to unplug my Ring doorbell and charge it through my PlayStation, and I'm like, why am I now without doorbell? The other day, I had to set the language on my oven, and you go, what are we doing here? Like, what are we fucking doing?
You have to charge your doorbell through your PlayStation.
Yeah, it's like because the quickest way to do it. And you go, great. And what happens is, I'm walking past the PlayStation all the time, so my phone has got 100 notifications of there's motion at your front door.
Somebody's at the door.
There's motion right in front of my fucking TV is what it is.
There's a living room outside. Your Ring doorbell is a game.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, why not?
It's a digital interface. You press a button, a man appears.
Yeah, my God, actually, yeah, there's a reward system. Amazon packages come every now and then. Yeah, it's a decent game.
Glenn's door.
I
Let's have that on the wall.
Speaking of recent arrivals, I bought a Nintendo Switch 2. I bought it on Friday. I went to Smith's Toys, which is the best place to buy a games console because it makes you feel like you're 5 years old. And it felt really nice. And it was basically because my stand-up tour started last Friday. And so I was like, well, this would be a good thing to play during sort of intervals and in hotel rooms and stuff like that. Yes, we did.
What?
Sorry, I thought you just asked if the shows was sold out, so we added extra shows next year.
Oh,
yes, we did.
I did.
Yeah, that's what you just asked that.
Psychically,
yeah. You did just, yeah.
I don't think you'd hear me, though.
Yeah, but I certainly asked that.
I thought I'd had an aneurysm. That was horrible. That was absolutely horrible.
There was a second there where I was about to check if our noses were bleeding.
There are so many times. There are so many times in this podcast that I don't actually understand what you guys are talking about. That I just blamed myself. I've completely lost their frequency.
It's a new irritating bit you can try at home, which is you pretend to have heard someone ask a question, and it's the most arrogant thing you can think of to have said.
That's funny.
And you put it in their mouth.
It is just a version of the passive-aggressive thing that people do, where they go like, "And how am I?"
Yes, yeah.
And how am I? Do I hear you? How was my day?
Anytime someone cryptically says something along the lines of, I'm feeling all right, well, especially after what happened yesterday, I go, oh, good. No, I'm glad to hear you're feeling better. And then I won't ask, because how dare you try and lead me me down that garden path. I've got obviously all the Nintendo Switch games. It's like when you get like a new iPhone or something like that. You put your old Switch in front of a Nintendo Switch 2 and they transfer all the data across. Really? It feels really good. Yeah. They just sort of touch tips and it all goes across.
They make friends?
They make friends.
Okay.
And so all the games and all your saved data's already on there, so I can play Silk Song and stuff like that. I've only bought one game specific to the Switch 2 so far, and that is Hades 2, which is so far on Metacritic the highest rated game of the year. And it's great. Obviously, I love the original Hades, very cartoony, roguelike, isometric from the premise being of the first one, you were playing the son of Hades who was rebelling against his dad and wanted to leave the underworld. And you go through a series of randomly generated rooms, getting new power-ups and stuff like that. Every time you die, you end up back in Hades again.
And everyone's kind of fit.
It was weirdly horny. This time you're playing his sister, Melinoe, and Kronos, the Titan of Time, has taken over the underworld and kidnapped her entirety of her family. Hades, Zagreus, the protagonist first, Persephone, and she's basically trying to kill Kronos and try and get her family back.
I played that whole game saying, do you have a sister?
It's none of the characters that you encounter are animated. They come up as like a drawn image in the corner of the screen every time you talk to them.
And then you see the dialogue. But
Yeah.
they're fucking ripped.
They're always ripped. Everyone dresses like Zap Brannigan. Everyone has got the shortest togas you've ever seen. And I feel like the way they've done it, with like the goddess of love, Aphrodite, for instance, she's completely naked, but with like hair covering sort of all the various sort of regions.
Yeah,
as in hair from her head covering all the various
annoyingly.
Yeah. But it feels like with every character model, it feels like they've drawn them fully naked and then gone, rotate it more, rotate it more, rotate it more. Okay, right, we legally cannot see any genitals. That's fine to put in the game. Everything is it's like Austin Powers
There's a
walking.
bit of Simpsons where there's a pen and there's a naked woman.
Yeah.
And the clothes like float up and down.
It feels like the opening credits of Austin Powers, where there's just a cucumber in the way of his dick. That's like, and it kind of makes me feel quite uncomfortable because I'm like, this is never going to do anything for me, and I don't know why you're trying to do this to me.
So the drawings come up in the same way of dialogue. Boxes popping up with like Advance Wars or like a sort of Japanese cartoon thing.
Like those Persona,
and they're like in
Disco
a pose.
Elysium kind of, it's kind of that sort of thing. But it's really satisfying because it's just constant progression. You are like, no matter how bad you are at the game, every run you do, you'll at least learn more about an enemy. You'll have got new sort of permanent upgrades. It's got an upgrade system that uses tarot cards where you basically each tarot card is worth a certain number of points, and you have a maximum limit that basically you can assign those tarot cards to. It's almost like fantasy football. I'm like, I've got 12 points I can assign to any of these tarot cards, and each of these tarot cards is like, this one gives you double health, this one gives you more money, and you can gradually unlock more, basically a wider pool in order to have more tarot cards become stronger. So no matter how bad you are at the game will eventually just give you probably, by the end, full invincibility, you know, so you can just sort of get it over the line. But combat's incredibly satisfying. They've upped the number of enemies you get in each room, and you're just sort of plowing through them like it's Diablo. You're always just getting a reward. It's just great. It's just really, really, really good. I think it's one of my top games of the year. It's very, very good, but it's nice to have a Nintendo Switch too.
How much does it differ to the first one?
I mean, like, the setting is kind of... I'd say the storyline is a bit worse because I genuinely started to watch the first 5 minutes of someone's YouTube walkthrough because I was like, did I skip something? They don't really tell you anything at the beginning. The storyline's drip fed to you throughout each of the various runs you do, because every time you die, you end up back in your bedroom, and all your mates like Odysseus and Nemesis are there, and you get chatting to them, and there'll always be new dialogue every time you die. The amount of dialogue is insane. The storyline I don't think is as effective. I like the biomes more than the first one. I think the combat's better, and also all the weapons I've tried so far have been really, really good. In the first game, I just had the same fucking sword every time, and I was like, I know what I like.
Yeah, and I felt like the game wanted me to try different weapons.
Yeah, each run you do on each day, one of the weapon types will have a bonus attached to it. So it's almost going, why don't you try bow and arrow today?
But it would be worse.
It would be worse. It would always be worse.
So they're trying to do that thing where game developers fight the idea of there being a meta. They're like, there's no best way of doing this game.
Yes.
Enjoy all of the fruits of our labor.
Kind of, but they just want you to at least experiment with everything.
Like work out what works for you.
Okay.
Yeah,
you know?
and
personal preference.
Your build is going to be so different every time, because every time you start a new run, it's like, this time Zeus is going to help you out of rewards at the beginning, and that'll give you sort of lightning-based abilities, and then sometimes it's Aphrodite, and then sometimes it's more magic-based. There's just so much variation. No two builds are the same, and there's only been a couple of runs I've done so far. I'm like, this is fucking doomed from me off. None of this is what I do. But yeah, I think it's great. It's just the character models are so weirdly sexy that I'm like, I kind of not sure I can play it on the 2.
Oh, really?
Oh,
To
more,
that
more
extent?
sexy than the last one.
Sexier than the last one, yeah, for sure.
Really?
I think pure, but,
Keep talking.
purely, it's just Kerberos the dog, man. I just can't stop looking at it. But yeah, no, it's
It's
really
got three
great.
of everything.
So
But yeah.
it's sexy enough that you're embarrassed in public.
Yeah,
A little bit, yeah. I think more from my erection, than the actual game.
Yeah, you're embarrassed because you no longer have a flat lap to put the switch on.
Jesus. Yeah, previously my jeans were like a dining tray, and now
Horrible.
it's horribly convex.
Apologising on the tube. I'm sorry, I've lost my flat lap.
Sorry, it keeps tipping onto you.
Yeah.
No,
I've also realised another reason subconsciously why I wasn't enjoying Blueprints and Hell Let Loose enough. You don't know this. I had a shard of iPhone glass under my fingernail, like embedded under my nail, and I didn't know it was there. And I was just like, it's like I've broken my fingertip. I hadn't broken it. There was glass under it.
Because you game too hard.
I clicked fire that hard. It's a long story, but I basically, the protective screen you put on your iPhone,
yeah.
and sometimes it breaks.
Splinters.
Yep, splinter went up under my nail, and I didn't know it was there.
That's you making a point finger.
that's exactly. Yeah, you were having to just play point and games.
But it'd be
weren't
like,
you? You couldn't.
but it'd be like double click to fire, and you go, aha. It would be like those attacks that remove a bit of your own health because they're really powerful. You go,
So, like, your fiance probably thought like you were getting a bit too into Hell Let Loose now, sort of like being riddled with bullets.
They're making these games too realistic.
Yeah.
Do you think you could get like a haptic controller for? Do you remember those things that used to sell them on TV where like you could put electrodes and it would give you a six?
Do you want haptic electrodes?
Yeah. You get shot and you go, like that. Do you think that you could rig that up?
I'd like one attached to either side of my head, so whenever I level up like intelligence or something like that, it goes, and I feel like makes my head vibrate. I think I'd like that. Yeah, that's the only one I'd want.
It'd be horrible to wear some kind of vest where you could feel like where it's shooting you.
That
like
would
where
be
it's
gross.
like,
Yeah. At that point, just join the army. I think.
Yeah. At that point, just shoot yourself.
Yeah.
Just give it a go. Our topic of the day is soundtracks.
Yes.
We haven't really discussed soundtracks in many games at all.
We haven't, Glenn. That's why we're doing it today.
That's why we're doing it today. Do you listen to video game music outside of a video game?
Yes, sometimes I do.
Have you ever?
There's one song that's in a GTA that sometimes I put on.
Button Boys.
As in like one of the radio songs?
Yeah.
Okay, right.
Which one?
The one that goes, all my exes live in Texas.
and San Andreas.
Yeah.
That's in your playlist?
Oh, I just think it's funny. It makes me laugh. Put it on something.
Yeah, that's
Was it a real song or was it in the game?
It's a real
I think it's a real
country
song. Yeah. I love country music, so I think it makes me laugh.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, nice. What about?
And then when I sing it, my girlfriend goes, "No, they don't."
Yeah. They live in South Carolina.
What about like in Fallout with some of the old kind of crooning, slightly country songs?
I've never played Fallout.
Oh man, it's like 1930s, 1920s swing music.
So
We'll
I'd
come
like
on to
that.
this briefly.
I'd like
We've
that.
had quite a few suggestions of Fallout.
Yeah.
What do you listen to then?
I sometimes listen to the Return of the Obra Dinn soundtrack.
Really?
It's so sort of magical and mystical to me.
Okay.
Ooh.
It's very evocative to me of a very particular time, e.g. lockdown.
All I can think about is the stopwatch theme. That's the only thing I can think of when you then rewind and you go into a flashback of what's happening.
Oh,
And
like
that's
the
a
little
specific theme.
jingle?
Yeah, that's all I can think of. I can't remember the actual music.
The menu music. There's different theme music for each level of that the stopwatch takes you to, and that's very good. I really like that. Well, I listen to my choices, and in fact, I get annoyed because I can't find on Spotify the original Age of Empires 2 soundtrack.
So you have to go on YouTube.
I have to go on YouTube. They've done that thing where they've gone, let's remaster it.
Ugh.
Let's release it with a remaster. So then it's like not the same instruments.
If you're remastering something, you need to do it exactly the same.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
That's
Don't
what I
change a
George
single
Martin
thing.
stepped in and he's...
But it's that thing where it's like, if the reason I like it is that it was a little bit like 24-bit, like a bit limited,
Yeah.
that's why I like it.
They've got Jason Derulo doing a feature.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. They've added harps and a fucking bugle and things, and you go, that wasn't in there. I'm not getting nostalgia from this.
Yeah.
So it's not what I want. I didn't love the composition. I'm not a music person.
It was worse than that 2007 version where they got Dizzy Rascal to do one verse and it hadn't been in the original. Hated it.
And then sometimes, like, with all my exes live in Texas, like, without Fallout, I would never have been introduced to I got Spurs that jingle, jangle, jingle.
Let's talk about Fallout, because Silipteros on our Discord said he said it's sort of cheating, but do listen to a lot of the songs from Mojave Radio and Fallout New Vegas, which are all in real life jazz and country songs. Tron Hank said Fallout 3 is not only the best game ever, but it's the best soundtrack too. But I find myself occasionally listening to Way Back Home by Bob Crosby, which has the worst lyrics I've ever heard in any song ever. Yeah. The grass is the springiest, the bees are the stingiest, the birds are the wingiest, the bells are the ringiest.
It's all facts.
It's facts, but it's not important. Because I think, like, generally, I'm someone who's like, I'm very like I'd only listen to instrumentals, and it's all very RPG based, and it's all very pastoral. No battle themes, no fucking tavern music, none of that. No. But I'm talking like it would be like Witcher 3, Baldur's Gate 3, or like even like Metroidvania games that have relaxing soundtrack. Ori and the Blind Forest, Ori and the Will of the Wisp, really, really great ones. Spiritfarer is a really nice one from Max Eller. There's a composer. It's very Pixar, very Amelie.
So these are the atmospheric sounds, like the sort of long sweeping. You feel like you're in the moment, like
when it's relevant to the game.
Yeah.
Like Uncharted 4 was great because Henry Jackman is actually like a movie composer.
Yeah.
There's one particular track called "Cut to the Chase," which is playing when you're like when you're breaking out of the auction house. Basically heist that goes completely wrong. Yeah. That's just so completely cinematic, and it keeps building and building and building. And Naughty Dog just know what they're doing. I mean, The Last of Us is just full of bangers. They use the theme tune from the game for the TV show. And the next game, Intergalactic Heretic Prophet, the score for that is Trent Reznor and Atticus Ross, who did the Challenges soundtrack and have like Oscars between them.
Nine Inch Nails.
That's going to be absolutely incredible. And also it's got licensed tracks from, like, they played Pet Shop Boys in the trailer. So, that soundtrack's going to be absolutely incredible. Ones which actually take you to like the actual game itself, Disco Elysium, which is British Sea-Power, now just known as Sea-Power, they did it. And their soundtrack is very much like, it's like the sound of a ship's horn at a harbour. Yeah. You really get a sense of a cold, snowy, miserable harbour town. And the Whirling in Rags, which I should have given more love to in our Hubs episode, is the hotel you return to every night. There's a bar downstairs, and every evening you and your detective colleague sort of talk about the case and developments and leads you've sort of found. But in the morning, the Whirling in Rags theme tune is fantastic, and it's very jazzy and upbeat. And then in the evening, it gets a bit mellow, and then at night, it's just a quiet piano theme. And but it's the same track, but just sort of stripped back gradually throughout the day, which is really nice. Yeah. Dragon Quest VIII is one of my all-time favourites, which is a very like proper PS2 JRPG. And that's Koichi Sugiyama who did that. What I love, it has one of my favourite types of game trope, which is when a village has a nighttime theme that's a quieter version of the daytime theme. For some reason, that's just one of my biggest like ooh yes in games.
Because it's not a necessary thing that they've done there, but it is just really lovely.
Yeah.
Little gift for us.
Yeah.
I think the music in Little Big Planet is really fun, and they have different songs for different levels.
Yes.
And there's a specific bit of it where it's all quite, it's like sort of Lindy Hoppy, sort of 50s. There's like a character that is supposed to be, he's called like Marlon Random or something. He's supposed to be like a movie star. And so it is, they're just music tracks, but they're chosen very specifically to give this evoke this kind of feeling of that era.
Is it similar with Sackboy?
Similar with Sackboy, but Sackboy I think is a bit more contemporary.
Yeah, that was like Uptown Funk and stuff like that. Yeah.
Whereas, but then recently, there's a specific level on Little Big Planet where you're like floating through space, and there's this quite like mournful song. It's like a love song, but it's a little bit unnerving. And this level, some bits of like Little Big Planet are a little bit sinister, and it's always given me like a bit of like it's the song goes like, I've only got eyes for you, and they used it in the finale of The Summer I Turned Pretty as like a romantic scene, like these two characters are about to kiss, and it started playing, and I was like, I feel really uncomfortable.
No.
I feel weird.
Did you only know it from Little Big Planet?
Only know it from
That's insane. It's like if they played like the Emerald Zone theme from Sonic. You go, no, you can't end the OC.
What's going on? Yeah, and it started, and I thought, oh, that sounds like that song from, and then I heard that bit and was like, oh. But it made the kiss scene really sinister for me.
Because you were thinking of Sackboy.
Yeah, I was.
My Patch by Jim Moya, I think, is in Little Big Planet.
Is it?
If you're gonna get on my patch, I bring you down, I bring you down.
Yeah,
That's like
something
a normal,
like that. Yeah.
I've got, from that game, I've got that on my Spotify forever. I think
Really?
It's such a good song.
This is a controversial take. Jork on our Discord said certain EA Sports game soundtracks are just awful, absolutely awful. I mean, FIFA 12 had Wrecking Bar by the Vaccines, it had the Strokes, it had the Hives, said CSS hits me like a rock. Sheba says all the Burnout games had the most incredible music. It was just a right playlist and felt right in the right games.
Yeah.
Danny D says Burnout 3, Takedown, Tony Hawk's Underground. Those get like games with just full licensed music are obviously like when they just get it fucking tonally right.
I've got a friend who used to use the music from Mario as like a bit. He would do so. We were all sixth form. We were all sat around the common room, and there was a girl there, and she was going out with this guy called Tom. And I think she turned to him and said, "Have you remembered that you're coming to my house for tea tonight?" And he went, "Oh, no." Everyone went quiet, and then my friend George went, "Munna munna munna." Munna munna munna. It's just such a funny thing to do. It's dangerous. You're in the danger zone.
Yeah,
That's great.
Yeah.
Because I don't like. I found it weird. People on the Discord were getting in touch about like, oh my god, I love this battle theme and I love this danger theme from this song. Or whatever. I'm like, no, it's got to be relaxing for me.
No, I tried to find the fucking Juggernaut music from Call of Duty. There's a character who appears, and it's like a guy in like a full bomb disposal armor suit.
Yeah.
Fuck,
with a
yeah.
minigun, and he's got like the in-game idea is that he's listening to music in his helmet so loudly you can hear it.
Oh,
and it's
that's
like
fun.
insanely aggressive, lyricless death metal.
Weird Al Yankovic. Oh,
Yeah, lyricless Weird Al.
Weird
Yeah.
Al. It's just an instrumental of the previous song.
It's just accordion.
It's just,
It smells like Teen Spirit on the accordion.
Yeah. Oh, you're listening to Barbie Girl? No, it's Weird Al.
That's Weird Al. It's the accordion.
Yeah, it's Ugly Girl. It's Ugly Girl.
But it's really like aggressive, sort of continuous, mad death metal guitar with no lyrics. But there's no. It doesn't exist anywhere. You actually can't find it. And people have tried to recreate it with playlists of like the Doom soundtrack, which is also
Doom, Metal
like,
Hellsinger, those was just proper
constant,
thrash
like,
metal. They get like Metal Hellsinger was one as well, where it was a rhythm game in the style of Doom.
Yeah.
And they got like the lead singer from System of a Down like contributed some of the songs as well. Like people who just know what they're doing.
But it's lyricless, that's the key for me.
So it is there's vocals.
No,
No,
I'm
it's
saying
just thrashing guitars,
it's just
drums.
instrumental.
So you'd prefer it to be lyricless. Lyricless. It's hard to say.
Well, I was interested in the fact that, like, here's my problem with a lot of metal music. Apologies to Ed Gamble, where I do like some of it.
I make no apologies to it.
But sometimes the lyrics...
Rock music sucks and diabetes isn't real. You can't touch me, Gamble. I've already been on off menu.
You got what I want. I got what I wanted.
It's a hit and run.
But you're not listening to the lyrics of Cannibal Corpse, are you? You know.
Either it is just like, and I go, okay, I can't really figure out what you're saying. Or it does that System of a Down thing where sometimes it goes from like frightening anger to, you never let me come and play baseball. And I go, this is embarrassing. I'm embarrassed. I'm embarrassed to hear this. I know it's sad. That is sad, but I don't want to hear about it. I'm embarrassed.
Yeah,
Whereas
that's fair.
lyricless, just constant crazy guitar in the ears of a maniac with a minigun.
I'm quite a lyricless person. I
good
think
fun.
It wouldn't be frightening if that guy had those lyrics playing.
I find it hard to remember music that's lyricless.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I'm just full instrumental the whole time. I think
It's in one ear and out the other for me.
the most famous licensed one are obviously GTA, Vice City, San Andreas. Vice City, obviously, about the first time you get on a moped, and you know, obviously, like it's problematic now. But back in the day when Billie Jean played, the second you got on a moped for the first time, it was like, oh my God, they've got money. They've got money to spend on this game. Like that was great. People have been in touch saying that they bought like the entire CD collection back in the day of like Flash FM and all the various. It was like 12 radio stations, each with about 12 songs.
I would have been a much cooler kid if I had realized that, and I can never remember the name of this game. PlayStation 1, Wipeout 2097.
Oh, I had Wipeout Fusion or Wipeout 3 or something that came with the PS2.
Yeah. So on PlayStation 1, right, where lest we forget, I'm playing with the occasional permission of my grandmother.
Yes, of
Whose
course. Whose
PlayStation 1 it is.
Yeah.
I put on Wipeout 2097. I'm playing this in like the late 90s when I'm like 8 or 9 years old. The soundtrack is Fluke, Chemical Brothers, Underworld, Prodigy, like It's like rave, like incredible.
So
I would have been
in
the
the
coolest
future-
9-year-old in the world.
Yeah.
In the future,
But
they're
you're
listening
like-
to really retro. That's a real retro station.
Pierre's
yeah.
going, that's
It's-
grandma music.
Oh, but like, I would play the levels to hear the soundtracks, but because I was a kid, I just thought, I can't believe how good this video
Yeah,
games
yeah.
music is.
Yeah.
I didn't know it was real songs that I
You thought
could.
it was pretend.
Well, no, I thought they made it for the game.
Oh wow!
That's
okay,
the
which is what
only
we-
context that you know it.
Yeah.
Which is what
You-
they did for GTA 3.
It's not
which
like-
was just before Vice City. They had all these stations with like decent sounding bands, but they were all made up songs.
But that's what I mean. It's not like as a kid I'm going to go, wow, I love the Sonic music. I'd love to go to one of his concerts. Like, that's fucking idiotic.
but
you know?
it's not, because you can see Final Fantasy at the Royal Albert Hall.
Well,
they
now-
do them now.
Now you can.
Yeah.
But that's the Philharmonic doing it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Whereas, like,
This is the mind of a 9-year-old.
Yeah, of course.
And I
Yeah.
A
would have been-
9-year-old's not going, I wonder what's on at the Philharmonic.
No, but bear in mind, I have a 4-year-old who asks me constantly, should we see a wrestling film at the cinema? And I'm like, that's not up to us. You know what I mean? So in my head, of course a 9-year-old might be like, well, surely I can see this live
That
somewhere.
makes so much sense for the context of that 4-year-old being brought up in this world, though, because
Yeah.
you can put anything on the telly.
That's
yeah.
true, actually.
Why wouldn't it?
On
Yeah.
demand.
Yeah.
It's up to us. We are in charge.
And then I'll seem like I'm being withholding when I
Yeah.
say, if that's not possible. Oh, because you're mean. Really good licensed ones. Nice Normal Person, speaking of futuristic games,
Yeah.
Cyberpunk 2077, where the bands were tasked with the insane task of make music that you think they're going to have. I think the music in Cyberpunk is awful. I think it
But
is
maybe
one
you
of my
wouldn't
favourite
if
games
you
of
were
the last
born
few
in
years.
2026.
But
Yeah.
it's just so not
2020
what I think.
2076.
Yeah.
It has a full DJ set by Idris Elba in there.
Oh, no.
Why? I mean, he's in the game.
How old would he be at that point?
Right, okay, yeah. He's
150-year-old.
in the game. He plays that. He's like one of the main characters in the DLC.
But he'd be a head in a jar.
just playing Idris Elba. Like,
Yeah, how can a head in a jar do
He
that?
keeps seeing, you might know me from The Wire and stuff like that. Guardians of the Galaxy. This is now, I don't know if I've recommended you Guardians of the Galaxy.
I've seen it online.
It's, as someone who's not
That's
a
a
fan
good
of the
song.
films.
Thank you.
I'd play a
As someone
game
who's
with
not a
that.
fan of the films, the Guardians of the Galaxy game, which came about 4 years ago, is absolutely fantastic. It's just Uncharted. It's literally just Uncharted.
I feel like I know. It feels like it's going to be Uncharted meets Ratchet and Clank or something like that.
Perfect way of describing it.
Yeah.
Perfect way of describing
I
it.
already know what it is. I'm just
Yeah.
waiting for when I'm in that mood.
Yeah.
And the soundtrack is all just like 80 songs because that's what Star
Yeah.
Wars really into. That's really great. I really liked Life is Strange and Road 96, which was one of our Patreon games I recommended, of just quiet woodland indie sort of songs of just moody teenager. That's like perfect.
Yeah.
Like those ones are sort of really, really good.
A good example of soundtrack technology outweighing graphics, I think, is the medieval Total War.
Right.
So it's the Total War games where you have the map and
Yeah.
you can go into the battles. And they used to have that TV show where they would play them.
What?
Command General or something. It was on the digital TV channel. It'd be people playing a level from Total War, but they just couldn't say they were doing that.
Right, so it's just Twitch
And they were
streaming.
reenacting a historical battle, though. They'd be like, let's see if you, as Alexander the Great, could win.
Oh, I see. Yeah.
And then you'd be. I remember watching it, going, "That's Rome, Total War, isn't it?" And why isn't anyone saying it?
It's very Pierre of you to assume that we were watching the online.
No.
battle
Yeah,
reenactment
This is not intended as
show.
observational comedy.
Yeah, I was wondering if they did this for other
But
things
you
as
went,
well.
oh, because they used to have that TV show.
Were they doing like Mythbusters? And it's like, can you in Microsoft Flight Simulator crash into the World Trade Center? Look, notice that the buildings didn't go down, so I guess it must have been a hoax.
But imagine a
then it ends.
Imagine a version of
Mad
that.
if they did 9/11 on Mythbusters. This week, we've built a full reconstruction of the World Trade Center.
Imagine a version of that where the show is called like Elf Time, and it's just obviously Zelda they're playing, and no one ever mentions the name
I
Zelda.
see, okay,
And you're just
yeah,
watching it
yeah.
on TV, going, "What is happening?" The original medieval Total War game, the soundtrack is like something from the movie Gladiator, but the graphics were dogshit pixel nonsense.
Right, so someone put their life and soul into just making
What-
one bit of a game great.
It's just the technology, right? Where like there was a certain point where you had 8-bit characters on the screen, like
Yeah.
original Mario, and you had 8-bit music, sort of crappy little ringtone tunes. And then at some point, someone got to the point where they were like, "Oh, you can have a full orchestra now, but still little pixel men."
Yeah.
That's medieval Total War is a good example of that.
I was gonna
Amazing
talk about
soundtrack.
This. I've been playing. I was going to say this in my what I've been playing, but then I was going to save it for next week, but now I'm blowing my load. I was playing a little bit of Celeste.
Oh, what do you think of Celeste?
I'm really enjoying it.
It's fucking hard.
It's really fucking hard, but also quite addictive.
Yeah.
And also beautiful, even though it is like a
8-bit.
it's a platformer game and graphically pretty like simplistically done.
Yeah, it's like 8 years old, but it looks like it's from 1989.
But that has really sort of nice sweeping music in it.
But again, quite
And you're
polyphonic,
really
right? Isn't it?
fucking rude to an old woman at the start as well.
Great.
I don't really remember the story. You were just climbing a mountain, weren't you?
Yeah, but like you say to somebody like, "Oh, you know, I nearly had an accident in your driveway because something fell," and she's like, "Well, if my driveway is a problem for you, then the mountain's going to be really tough." And then you call her an old bat.
So I remember the vague premise of the game.
It's really harsh.
Certainly 8 years ago, it was just you're climbing a mountain.
Yeah.
And at the time, it wasn't like public knowledge, but it was like an allegory for the creator's trans experience.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yes, yeah. But obviously, I played it like 8 years ago. I was just sort of like climbing a mountain.
Yeah.
Like, I didn't view it as anything else other than that.
So the woman at the start is a TERF.
Could be.
Yes, that would make sense.
That's why
Celeste is a trans woman, and the woman she's horrible to is a TERF. Yeah.
It's weird to make a game that's about the sort of trans experience and then begin with sort of some misogyny right at the top.
Yeah.
And be like, actually, you're an old bat.
Yeah. What's just basically go, we're not all nice, by the way.
Yeah.
What's the driveway then?
So you're just the first thing you do is sort of getting you used to playing the game. You like just jump over a thing and a big dump of like snow falls and you just have to go quick.
Like dodge it.
Yeah.
Oh.
It's like one little bit, and then you find this person's house, and she's outside, and she's like, like that, on her own, just laughing at the wind. And you say, like, "Oh, is this the mountain trail?" And she says, "Yes." And you sort of turn and go, like, "Oh, but by the way, like, I'm kind of treacherous in your old driveway."
Okay.
And she kind of goes, I think, sort of joking. I don't know. I'm not assuming any kind of, but she sort of says, like, "Oh, well, you know, if you're struggling with my driveway, the mountain's probably going to be a bit tricky," which I'd say is probably a reasonable thing to say to somebody who's about to climb a mountain. You know, if you nearly died at the bottom,
then you just fucking suck.
Wouldn't go to the top.
If you nearly died walking across my driveway,
yeah.
don't climb that snowy mountain.
And then the main character goes, "You're an old bat."
Yeah.
There's a sentence there.
Yeah,
but...
she's like, "Fuck you." Anyway, need to go back to writing my novel under the name Robert Galbraith.
Yeah.
Would you classify then Celeste as music that you like that you wouldn't normally listen to?
Oh yeah.
That
I'm
I think
putting
that's a
that off.
specific topic as well. I feel this way about Stardew Valley.
Yes.
I found the music very, very addictive and nice to listen to, even though it is the most like video gamey music ever.
I don't think I've ever listened to it.
Did you play? It's like I think for a lot of people it's a sound off game.
Yeah. And I'm always playing it on like the tube or something.
Yeah.
And
It's
I'm
very
not plugging my headphones in or.
It's very kind of bloop, boop, boop, doop, doop,
Yeah.
doop.
Yeah,
It's-
tedious.
Yeah.
The melodies are nice. I think it's great. The bar theme is particularly catchy. It's how we maybe fall in love with barmaid Emily and eventually marry her. One which sort of music I wouldn't normally listen to. Loads of people suggested this on the Discord. Hotline Miami is
That was all over the Discord.
fucking incredible.
Is it?
Proto Destroyer says a couple of soundtracks immediately come to mind that haven't been said already. Hotline Miami, the collection of his songs on the soundtrack are incredible and really work as a pumping background to Assassinate to. Sassy Foods says, such a wonderful set of pounding techno to keep me killing wave after wave of Russian gangsters. Hugh Janus 42069, grow up. Says cleaning the house, so on that soundtrack on Legally Prescribed, amphetamines really hits different.
Can't believe I didn't get that.
It just got so.
What have you got against Hugh?
It got so increasing.
You also, just quick side note, Hugh, would you just fucking grow up? Would you grow up?
Yeah, who's called Hugh these days? Thank you for getting in touch, Mr. Janus.
Hugh is actually 3 years old.
The aesthetic of Hotline Miami is inspired by the Ryan Gosling film Drive. So it's all very like kind of psychedelic but techno-y, pink pastel, Vice City-esque almost aesthetic.
Neon.
Yeah, very neon. And the opening, the menu is incredible because it plays this song by Horse Aurora, which goes on for about 9 minutes. And it's the trippiest song as this huge pink banner that has the title of the game in Russian, just PowerPoint presentations. It's way just across the screen. It's so insane, but the music is so thumping and relentless.
The payday games, the bank heist games.
Similarly violently insane.
Violently insane, but also like it's very like tense heist music.
Can you cope with it, or do you have to turn it off?
I enjoy it, and also I will say this: if you want to spice up going from one tube station to another on a boring trip, Listen to music from a heist-themed game, and you will feel like whatever's in your bag is incredibly illegal and valuable.
Yeah, like if you're carrying a sports bag, you want to hold one handle and get someone next to you to hold the other handle, so it's sort of swaying in between you like a battering ram. That feels good. A few people suggested BioShock. Now, I think BioShock and BioShock Infinite, for two different reasons. BioShock, the first, in the early moments of the game, you start off first-person game. You're a sole survivor of a plane crash in the sea, and there's just a lighthouse. And you go into the lighthouse, and it's just playing Beyond the Sea, but Django Reinhardt's like guitar version, and you're like, where am I? And that is so good for scene setting. BioShock Infinite, NXN on the Discord pointed this out. I forgot about this. BioShock Infinite, which is now set in the sky, in one of those like World Fair sort of 1910 sort of things, but in a whole city in the sky. There's lots of wrinkles in time and time travel elements, and they keep accidentally basically tearing the fabric of space and time. And so what that means is in this city, they're occasionally getting glimpses into the future. So what you get is a 1910 society that have heard snippets of modern day music. And early on, you see a barbershop quartet singing God Only Knows by the Beach Boys and stuff like that. And then you hear people singing versions of like Everybody Wants to Rule the World and stuff like that. But like from
Karma by Jojo Siwa.
But that's such a good example of like, we're using the content of the game to like bring it into the actual like what's actually sort of happening. Have you got any other more favourites?
Yeah, I mean Fallout 3. There's no other reason why I should know so many songs about being a lonely cowboy from 1950s.
I love lonely cowboy songs.
Yeah, you would love Fallout 3 soundtrack.
I love I think I like to think of myself as a lonely cowboy.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think it's a good self-image.
I'm a lonely cowboy.
You certainly haven't got any friends, but the cowboy element we need to look into.
Yeah. But I'm not lonely about that. Yeah, I'm fine.
It's hard to be a high plains drifter near the British coast.
When you live in London.
Yeah. Can't drift in zone 1.
And you have a car.
Yeah.
You share. It's hard to be a lonely cowboy when you share a Corsa with your partner.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's fair.
That's a good lyric, though.
Yeah,
that feels country.
There's a country music duo that is British that Louisa and I love, and we go to see. But it really makes us laugh because it's really hard to be a British country music star. Because what are you writing? Are you writing about the M1? Like, which open road are you talking about?
We don't have flatbed trucks and stuff like that. So it's sort of like down in my Kia Sportage.
A lonesome journey that is only ever legally allowed to be 6 hours.
Yeah, all roads lead to you in about 2 to 4 hours.
Yeah.
You know,
she done gone left me at T-Base Services. A few other ones on the Discord that people suggested. Narja Life. This is so nice. My late dad used to ask me if I could turn off the sound effects on The Sims, but leave the music playing so he could go for a nap listening to it in the other room.
That's so nice.
That's really nice.
Also, a fucking good idea.
Yeah.
That Sims building music.
The Sims has lovely music.
So
gentle
relaxing.
piano.
So I think the reason I'm struggling with this topic is I ADHD will always be doing 2 things at once.
So you turn it off.
So I'll play a game and put a podcast on.
A few people say they do this. I think there's no shame in doing that.
And I've just realised that one with The Sims and 2 with Battle for Middle-earth.
Oh, yeah.
Purely associate them with a very specific Kelly Clarkson album from when I was a child.
Great.
So like
So you associate with Since You've Been Gone?
Yeah. Since you've been gone behind these hazel eyes. Yeah. Because of you.
I used to do that more.
Yeah.
And sort of best of AC/DC I would listen to while playing Battlefield 2.
Yeah, that's the same as the Kelly Clarkson thing I just said.
Yeah.
That's just equally as cool stories that we've just told.
I used to get tattoos while I played.
So I pictured Battle for Middle-earth, but I hear Kelly.
Yeah.
I think she'd be happy to hear that.
Yeah. I don't know why they didn't ask her to do the soundtrack.
Yeah, for the Siege of Helm's Deep.
Yeah. Because of You is a perfect song, actually, for that.
She's a perfect artist, and they should have ended American Idol after her
I never
first season-winning
strayed
run.
too close to Mordor.
That's good.
Yeah.
Look at season 2 of American Idol. Ruben Studdard, what happened to him? Even Clay Aiken, who came second, did a better career than him.
It's always haunting to me when you know this kind of stuff.
So much in your brain. It infuriates me.
No, but none of that's useful.
I think
I can't do long division.
I think you took my brain storage. I can't remember anything ever.
Your Dropbox is full, and I've got
and you've paid for extra.
None of this is useful stuff.
Yeah.
We've got time for a few other ones.
Can you remember the name of my cousin's second daughter?
Is this the cousin that likes the podcast.
Different cousin.
Oh, no, then no.
Okay.
Because that would be Jennifer, would be the daughter.
Oh my God.
Imagine.
I was ready for that to be
Were you
wrong.
ready? Yeah.
Chilling.
Mikey J231 on the Discord says Claire Obscure Expedition 33 absolutely blew me away. That came from this year. I think that deserves a special mention because Lorien Testard, who did the composition for that game, was just found on SoundCloud. They hired their entire composer for the game on SoundCloud. It is one of the most well-reviewed games of the year. And also what I like about Claire Obscure, the soundtrack is 8 hours long. Even if you take like a big open-world RPG like Skyrim and stuff like that, the Skyrim soundtrack is amazing. Loads of people suggested that. But it's 3.5 hours. And when you're playing a game for 100 hours, you're going to get a lot of repeats. But 8 hours of soundtrack like that over a course of a game, it's like, I don't know, 30 hours is Claire Obscure. That's incredible work there. Death Stranding basically plays out like a music video. That's really a great one. Loads of people suggested Final Fantasy. Shadow of the Tomb Raider, Jenny says, it focused on Mayan and Incan history and mythology. They hired Brian DeLiviere because he was an expert in South American music. So he came back with a suitcase. He took various trips to South American countries, came back with suitcases full of instruments. So all the music you hear in different areas of the game is inspired by those instruments that he found. That's impressive stuff. That's impressive stuff. Thank you so much, everyone, for getting in touch with all your suggestions. We really appreciate it. Now, we're going to wrap up the episode in just a little while. But first, if you do want to hear more from us, every week we do an extra episode which you can hear if you sign up to our Patreon. Now, obviously, loads of suggestions we got throughout this week's episode talking about favourite soundtracks were from people on our Patreon. If you sign up to the free tier of the Patreon, you get access to our Discord. So whenever we put out a big shout out of, here's the big topic we're doing next week, then you can get involved that way. If you sign up to our paid tier of the Patreon, it is £5 a month. You get a whole extra episode every single week from me, Sarah, and Pierre. Now, I should probably mention, we've had our first Button Boys game made for us on our Discord.
Yeah. It's true.
What?
Clem Fandango on our Discord.
I've
said,
started interacting on the Discord, by the way, just this
Have you?
week.
We're all very active. That's why you should get involved. We don't shy away. You can develop intense parasocial relationships with.
When we first started this podcast, Glenn sort of said, like, maybe stay off the Discord because some people can go crazy.
And no one has.
turns
Everyone's
out
been lovely.
Everybody on it's really lovely. So I've dared to have a look.
Yeah.
And I liked somebody's comment the other day.
Hey, there you go. Getting in there. Yeah.
Took me a while to find the racist one, but I got it.
You're a lurker.
I'm Luke. I want Luke. Oh, yeah.
We're going to post this back again on the Discord, but Clem Fandango says, I want to try out the Godot game engine, so I've made the game Try Not to Come. Now, come is spelled C-O-M-E, and the premise is it's top down, looks like Frogger almost. You're playing...
Top up, surely. Is that a different level?
You're playing a dog who is permanently making its way up towards their owner. And various obstacles are coming down the screen, like post boxes and stuff. You've got to try and get yourself lodged on those post boxes for as long as possible because you're trying not to come to your owner. So you're trying to last as long as possible without arriving at your owner.
This is fucking clever.
Isn't that insane?
That's really
so we're
good.
going to post it again on the Discord. Clem Fandango, thank you so much for making our first Button Boys game.
That sounds amazing.
Try Not to Come. Now,
Does the dog...
the dog ejaculates. Oh, yes, it's an awful red lipstick dick at the end. It's dreadful.
Oh. Oh, I started it and you finished it really horribly.
Yep, you started as if a dog finished.
And you're the dog.
God.
We've got time for a gripe or two, I reckon, before we do a bunch of gripes over on the Patreon. I mean, I mentioned we get an extra episode every week if you sign up to the Patreon. It's loads of video games gripes, more video games chat. We recommend a game each week that you think you've not heard of, and also a shorter bit where we basically do our book club of what we've been playing through. We're going to be doing a new game very soon once we finish Dark Souls, but at the moment it is Dark Souls, the huge From Software RPG classic. Does anyone have a major gripe? I've got one that's fucking bothering me.
Go on.
Wind in games.
Yeah.
I was playing a game called Hurdling on Game Pass, and it's really sweet. It's a bit similar to the game Journey, which also did exactly the same thing as this, in which you're basically a person steering, guiding, like a shepherd, some mythical, hairy, yak-like beasts through a series of environments. And you just go through a series of environments. It's almost like storyline free. Just lots of visual storytelling. Not a single line of dialogue is spoken. And you're guiding these huge yaks through various sort of mountain passes and snowy tundras. But there's a bit of the game, and this comes up in a few games, where intense wind blows towards you and you have to wait behind a rock until the wind passes, and then you walk a bit further forwards to the next rock, and then the wind gets windy again, and if you get caught in the wind it pushes you all the way back. So you just got to hide behind this barrier, wait for the wind to pass and go. So basically the only mechanic they've introduced to the game is waiting.
Who's this for?
Who's it for? Exactly.
I
There's
have
no
the-
challenge, it's just about patience.
But what if it was flames?
But that in games, any moment where you're just waiting for something to be over.
But
I have this.
also, flames presumably there'd be like a burst of flame, and then you run before the next burst comes.
Yeah.
Wind is wind.
Wind's wind.
Wind is nature.
Because fire damages you and you'd have to heal. It's the idea of, no, we undo your progress. We push you backwards.
A similar example is I've been playing Breath of the Wild.
Yes.
The rain, where you can't climb things.
You can't climb anything.
Because it's slippy.
Yes.
But also, they have built in a mechanic where you can sit by a fire and rest till morning. But if there's a fire, there's fires dotted around the map. If it's raining, the fire goes out.
It is.
So you can't rest?
So I can't wait. You can't skip till the morning and hope that the rain has stopped. So there's a point where I was just walking around in the rain, like kind of hoping to just find some shelter. And I was like, I would be miserable if this was happening to me in real life.
For a game I love Breath of the Wild. That's an intolerable thing that they've added. It makes no sense to me.
Misery simulator.
Yeah. You're caught in the rain and there's no buses.
Everything you tell me about Breath of the Wild makes it sound like one of those games where they've gone, we'll go one step into realism where it creates problems and no further.
Yeah. Having said that, I have gotten addicted to Breath of the Wild.
Yeah! Excellent. All right, well, let's talk a bit more about that on the Patreon. Thank you so much for being here, everybody. Thank you so much for listening, or if you're watching on YouTube, thank you for watching. Do give us a rating on Spotify or Apple or whatever you listen to this on, or subscribe to us on YouTube. Do sign up to our Patreon as well. It'd be lovely to hear from you. Tell your friends about Button Boys as well. We love hearing from you, and we love having you part of our nice little community.
And hey, try not to come.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Do your best.
Button Boys.
I mentioned at the beginning of the episode that I'm currently on tour. If you'd like to see me doing stand-up at the time of this episode going out, which I believe is Thursday the 9th, tonight I am at the Newcastle stand. Tomorrow I'm at Hot Water Comedy Club in Liverpool. On Saturday I'm at the Glasgow stand, and on Sunday I'm at the Edinburgh stand. We're recording this a fair bit ahead of time, so I've got no idea if those dates are sold out, but if they're not, do come along. It'd be lovely to see you there. And Pierre, you are also going on tour.
Yes. I'm on tour in spring, so really ahead of time. So the tour's been announced. At the time you're hearing this, probably tickets are only available in advance if you sign up to my mailing list. Otherwise, you will just have to wait. But the details of when and where I am are on my website, piernovelli.com.
And you can find details of mine at glenmorecomedy.com. And Sarah, you were at the Palladium months ago, so we have missed out on that.
One day I will tour again, very ahead of time. But keep an eye out.
Yeah.
I will actually be doing a live show relatively soon, but I don't have a date for it. So I suppose don't take your eyes off me. Maybe think about that for a second.
Yeah.
What about a new phrase of a podcast? Don't take your eyes off me.
Don't take your eyes off me.
Don't take your eyes. This has been Button Boys. Don't take your eyes off me.
So horrible.
Button Boys.